Cryptocurrency wallets, one of the fundamental tools everyone needs in order to own and interact with crypto. Today, I will explain everything you need to know about them, even if you are a complete beginner within crypto space. Because as always, Bitcoin Academy videos are 100% beginner friendly. Without wasting time, let's dive in. When most people start in crypto, they focus on buying coins like Bitcoin or Ethereum and watch their prices go up and down. But here's the reality that almost no beginner pays attention to. Your wallet, not the coin you buy, is what decides whether you actually get to keep that investment. A wallet is not just a side accessory, it is the foundation of crypto safety. If you make the wrong choice, you could lose your entire portfolio, even if the coins you picked are the best in the world. History is full of examples. Crypto exchanges like Mt. Gox and FTX collapsed, taking billions of dollars in user funds with them, because people trusted those platforms as wallets. Hackers target hot wallets on the internet daily, tricking users into giving away their private keys. Even simple mistakes, like downloading a fake app, can erase everything you own in a matter of seconds. This is why wallets are not just tools. They are your personal vaults in the digital world. If you imagine Bitcoin as digital gold, then the wallet is the safe you put that gold into. If the safe is strong, your wealth is protected. If the safe is weak, it does not matter how much gold you have, you are vulnerable. This is why crypto experts always say, not your keys, not your coins. That short phrase means if you don't control your wallet, you don't really own your crypto. In this video, we are going to break down everything you need to know about wallets, from hot and cold storage to the unique details of coins like XRP, Stellar, and stablecoins. By the end, you will see clearly how a single decision about which wallet to use can make or break your crypto future. Now that we established how critical wallets are, let's start by explaining what a crypto wallet actually is, because most beginners misunderstand this part completely. The word wallet makes it sound like your crypto is stored inside it, like cash inside a leather wallet. But that's not how it works at all. In fact, the coins themselves never leave the blockchain. What a wallet actually stores are two special codes known as keys. The first is a public key. You can think of this as your account number. It is safe to share, and it is how other people can send you funds. The second is the private key. This is more like your PIN code or bank password, except with one crucial difference. If anyone else gets hold of your private key, they have full control over your crypto. And there is no customer service, no bank, and no authority that can undo the damage. That's why keeping your private key safe is step one in crypto ownership. Now, because private keys are just long strings of numbers and letters, wallets are designed to make them easier to manage. Most modern wallets use something called a seed phrase, which is usually 12 or 24 random words that act as a backup to your private key. If you lose your wallet device or delete the app, you can restore everything using that phrase. But if you lose the phrase itself, your crypto is gone forever. No one can recover it for you. This is the level of responsibility that comes with being your own bank. To make it simple, wallets are not storage boxes. They are more like key rings that give you access to your digital vault on the blockchain. Without the keys, you can't open the vault. And if someone else gets them, they own your vault. That's why, before you even buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, you must understand what a wallet is. With that foundation clear, let's explore the two main categories of wallets, hot and cold, and why both matter depending on how you plan to use your crypto. At some point, you will hear people debate hot versus cold wallets, and it can sound more confusing than it really is. The difference is simple. A hot wallet is connected to the internet. Examples include mobile apps like Trust Wallet or browser extensions like MetaMask. Because they are online, hot wallets are easy to set up, free to use, and great for everyday transactions. You can send funds instantly, connect to decentralized apps, or check your balance in seconds. But that convenience comes with a trade-off. Anything connected to the internet can be hacked, and hot wallets are a favorite target for phishing and malware. On the other side, we have cold wallets. These are offline solutions, the most common being hardware wallets like Ledger and Trezor. Because they keep your private keys completely offline, they are much harder for hackers to reach. Even if your computer is infected, the cold wallet remains safe. The downside is that they are less convenient, since you need to physically connect them when sending funds. A good way to visualize this is cash versus a safe. Hot wallets are like carrying cash in your pocket, easy to spend but risky if you get robbed. Cold wallets are like putting gold bars in a heavy safe at home, harder to use daily but very secure for long-term storage. The best strategy is often to use both. Keep smaller amounts in a hot wallet for trading and quick transfers, and store your larger holdings in a cold wallet you rarely touch. That way, you get the best of both worlds, convenience and security. And the good news is, both types of wallets can handle top cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, or stablecoins. Now that you know the categories, let's go deeper and look at specific coins, starting with Bitcoin, the digital gold that inspired it all. Bitcoin is often called digital gold, and that comparison makes sense when you look at how it is treated. Gold is valuable, but only if you can keep it safe. Nobody would buy bars of gold and leave them on a park bench. And yet in crypto, many beginners make that exact mistake by leaving their Bitcoin unprotected. A Bitcoin wallet is not just an app on your phone or a device you plug into your computer. It is your personal vault. The most important part of this vault is something called a seed phrase, which is usually 12 or 24 random words. This phrase is like a master key to your Bitcoin. If your wallet app is deleted or your hardware device breaks, you can recover everything with that phrase. But if you lose the phrase, your Bitcoin is gone forever. There is no password reset, no customer service, and no second chance. That is why experts say you should never store your seed phrase on your phone, email, or cloud storage. Those can be hacked. The safest way is to write it on paper or metal and keep it somewhere only you can reach. Hardware wallets like Ledger and Trezor are the gold standard for Bitcoin because they keep your keys offline. Even if your computer has a virus, the private keys inside the device remain safe. But beginners should also know about phishing scams. Hackers create fake websites and emails that look real, and if you type your seed phrase into them, your funds vanish instantly. The lesson here is simple. Bitcoin wallets work like safes, and a safe is only useful if you keep the key out of the wrong hands. Protect the seed phrase, use hardware wallets for larger amounts, and never trust random links. By doing that, you turn Bitcoin into what it was meant to be. A long-term store of value that is completely under your control. Ethereum wallets are a little more complicated than Bitcoin wallets because Ethereum is more than just money. It is a platform for smart contracts, decentralized apps, and NFTs. That means your wallet is not just storing ETH, it is also acting like a passport into an entire digital economy. The most popular Ethereum wallet is MetaMask, which works as a browser extension and one of the fundamental tools everyone needs in order to own and interact with crypto. For trading, today, I will borrowing and lending, everything you need to know marketplaces like even if you are a complete beginner within crypto comes with risks. Because as always, every time Bitcoin Academy videos to a new app, you are giving that app permission without wasting time with your funds. Let's dive in. If the app is malicious, people start to steal everything inside. Focus on buying that coins like beginners must be very careful and watch their prices go up. On Ethereum, you also need to deal with gas fees, which are transaction fees paid in ETH. These fees change depending on how busy the network is. Sometimes they cost just a few cents, but during peak times, they can go over $50 for a single transaction. This means you must always keep some ETH in your wallet to pay fees. Otherwise, you cannot move your tokens at all. To improve safety, many people connect MetaMask to hardware wallets like Ledger, which adds an extra layer of protection since private keys stay offline. But even with that, scams are everywhere. Fake MetaMask apps, phishing websites, and trick approval requests are common. The key to using Ethereum wallets safely is being cautious. Double-check every site you connect to, keep enough ETH for gas, and use hardware devices when possible. Done right, Ethereum wallets give you access to the most innovative parts of crypto, from DeFi to NFTs, while keeping you in control of your funds. But used carelessly, they can also open the door to hackers in just one wrong click. Ripple XRP wallets are different from Bitcoin and Ethereum wallets in some important ways. The first thing beginners notice is the reserve rule. Every XRP wallet must hold a minimum of 10 XRP at all times, and you cannot spend that amount. This rule is built into the system to prevent people from creating endless spam accounts that would clog the network. Wallets for XRP include options like Sum, which is a mobile wallet made specifically for the XRP ledger, and hardware wallets like Ledger devices. The main advantage of XRP wallets is speed. Transactions settle in just a few seconds and cost less than a penny, no matter how much money you are sending. That makes XRP wallets especially useful for international transfers and payments. But XRP also comes with controversy. Unlike Bitcoin, which is fully decentralized, XRP is validated by a list of trusted nodes that Ripple has approved. Critics argue this makes it too centralized, while supporters say it is the reason the network is so fast and reliable. Another risk comes from fake apps. Because XRP is popular, scammers often upload fake wallets to app stores, tricking beginners into downloading them. Always check official sources before installing. Another important feature of XRP wallets is that they often integrate directly with the ecosystem Ripple is building for global payments. For example, the Sum wallet allows users to interact with decentralized applications on the XRP ledger, in addition to just holding tokens. For beginners, the key lessons are simple. Keep in mind the 10 XRP reserve rule, download wallets only from official links, and consider using hardware wallets for large amounts. XRP wallets are powerful for fast and cheap payments, but you must understand the rules and risks before using them. Now that we have covered XRP, let's move on to its close competitor, Stellar, which was designed with a slightly different vision. Stellar, also known as XLM, was created by Jed McCaleb, a co-founder of Ripple, with a different mission in mind. While Ripple focused on working with banks, Stellar aimed to provide cheap and fast money transfers for regular people, especially those in developing countries. That means Stellar wallets are often designed with simplicity and accessibility in mind. The most popular option is Lobster, a mobile wallet built for Stellar that allows users to send, receive, and even trade different assets within the app. Transactions on Stellar take only a few seconds and usually cost a fraction of a cent, making them perfect for remittances. For example, a worker in Europe can use a Stellar wallet to send money to family in Africa almost instantly, with nearly zero fees. That's a big improvement compared to traditional banks or services like Western Union that charge high fees and take days to process. However, there are challenges. Stellar adoption is smaller than Bitcoin or Ethereum, meaning fewer exchanges and apps support it. This can make it harder to find places to spend or trade XLM compared to more popular coins. Stellar also uses its own consensus system called the Stellar Consensus Protocol, which is more energy efficient than Bitcoin mining, but relies on trusted validators, raising questions about how decentralized it truly is. For beginners, the risks are the same as any other wallet, losing your seed phrase or downloading fake apps. Since many people using Stellar are new to crypto, this makes education critical. The takeaway is that Stellar wallets are amazing for cheap cross-border transfers and financial access, but they require extra caution because the ecosystem is smaller and less battle-tested. Next, let's move to BNB Wallets, which connect you directly into the Binance ecosystem, the largest exchange in the world. BNB, short for Binance Coin, powers the Binance exchange and its own blockchain called the BNB Smart Chain. Wallets that hold BNB are more than just storage. They act as gateways into Binance's massive ecosystem. The most widely used wallet is Trust Wallet, a mobile app owned by Binance. Trust Wallet lets you store BNB and other tokens, stake coins to earn rewards, and connect to decentralized exchanges and apps built on Binance Smart Chain. The biggest advantage of BNB wallets is low cost. Transactions usually cost just a few cents and are confirmed within seconds, much cheaper and faster than Ethereum during busy times. That's why many developers choose Binance Smart Chain for apps like games, decentralized finance platforms, or NFT marketplaces. But there are trade-offs. Binance, the company, has significant control over the chain, making it less decentralized compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. Critics warn that if regulators go after Binance, the whole ecosystem could be affected. For beginners, the convenience of Trust Wallet is hard to beat. It's free, supports multiple blockchains, and is simple to use. But if you plan to hold large amounts of BNB, combining Trust Wallet with a hardware wallet is much safer. Another thing to remember is that fees on Binance Smart Chain must be paid in BNB itself, so always keep a small balance for transactions. Overall, BNB wallets give you access to one of the most active crypto ecosystems in the world, but users should balance that convenience with awareness of centralization risks. Now that we've covered BNB, let's dive into stablecoin wallets, which are some of the most popular but also misunderstood wallets in crypto. Stablecoin wallets are among the most used in crypto because they hold coins like Tether USDT and USD Coin USDC, which are designed to always equal $1. Traders and everyday users love them because they avoid the wild price swings of coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But here's what many beginners don't realize. Stablecoins exist on multiple blockchains. For example, USDT can be stored on Ethereum as an ERC20 token, on TRON as a TRC20 token, or on BNB Smart Chain as a BEP20 token. USDC is even broader, supported on more than 20 blockchains, including Ethereum, Solana, and Avalanche. This flexibility makes them powerful, but also risky if you don't pay attention. Sending USDT from a TRON wallet to an Ethereum address by mistake means those funds are lost forever. Another thing to understand is control. Stablecoins are issued by companies. Circle issues USDC and Tether Limited issues USDT. That means they can freeze addresses or blacklist wallets if required by regulators. In fact, there are documented cases where funds were frozen due to legal investigations. Transparency also differs. USDC is praised for regular audits of its reserves, while Tether has faced criticism for years over whether all its tokens are fully backed. For beginners, stablecoin wallets feel like the safest option because the value is stable, but the risks are different from Bitcoin or Ethereum. You are exposed to regulatory pressure and company decisions. Also, don't forget that transaction fees are paid in the blockchain's native coin. If you're holding USDT on Ethereum, you need ETH for gas. If it's on TRON, you need TRX. So while stablecoin wallets are great for stability and fast transfers, they come with their own dilemmas that every beginner should understand. Up next, we'll cover TRON wallets, which are especially popular for moving stablecoins cheaply and quickly. TRON wallets are some of the most widely used in the world because they make transferring money, especially stablecoins like USDT, extremely cheap and fast. A popular option is TRON Link, which works as both a browser extension and a mobile app. With it, users can send USDT or TRX for less than a cent per transaction, and transfers usually confirm within just a few seconds. For people living in countries with expensive or unreliable banking systems, TRON wallets can be life-changing. Imagine a worker in Nigeria sending money to family abroad. Using traditional services like Western Union could cost 10% in fees and take days, while a TRON wallet can move the same value almost instantly at near zero cost. But these benefits come with trade-offs. TRON's network is secured by only 27 validators, called super representatives, who are elected by TRX holders. Critics argue this makes TRON highly centralized compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum, where thousands of independent validators exist worldwide. Another concern is the project's founder, Justin Sun, who has faced controversies and is often seen as having too much influence over the ecosystem. For beginners, TRON wallets are easy to set up and practical for everyday payments, but they require caution. You must always store your seed phrase offline. Double-check that you are downloading the official app, and remember that cheap and fast does not always equal secure. Still, TRON wallets remain extremely popular because they just work, handling billions of dollars in stablecoin transfers every month. Used wisely, they can be a powerful tool, but users should be aware of the risks tied to centralization. Now that we've covered TRON, let's zoom out and look at the biggest mistakes beginners make with wallets in general, and more importantly, how to avoid them. When beginners lose their crypto, it usually isn't because of a hacker breaking complex code, but because of simple wallet mistakes. The first and most damaging mistake is losing the seed phrase. Without it, you cannot access your funds no matter what. The blockchain doesn't have a reset button. The solution is simple. Write the seed phrase on paper or metal and keep it offline in a secure location. Never save it in your phone's notes or cloud storage, since those can be hacked. Another huge mistake is treating centralized exchanges like wallets. Exchanges are trading platforms, not secure vaults. When FTX collapsed in 2022, billions in customer funds vanished because people trusted the exchange to act as their wallet. The safe rule is, if you don't control the keys, you don't control the coins. Beginners also get tricked by fake apps and phishing websites. Scammers create wallets that look official, but are designed to steal your private keys. Always download wallets directly from verified sources and never click random links in emails or messages. A less obvious mistake is using the same wallet for both daily spending and long-term storage. Doing this exposes your savings to unnecessary risk. The smarter approach is to separate funds into hot wallets for small amounts you use often and cold wallets for long-term storage. Finally, never share your private key or seed phrase with anyone, no matter how trustworthy they sound. If someone is asking, they are trying to scam you. By avoiding these common mistakes, you instantly place yourself ahead of most beginners. Wallet safety is not complicated, but it does require discipline. To close things out, let's wrap up with the key lesson from everything we've covered today, which is how one wallet decision can truly shape your crypto future. We started this video by saying wallets decide how safe your crypto really is, and now that statement should make complete sense. A wallet is not just a tool for storing digital assets, it is the foundation of ownership. Without it, you don't really control your Bitcoin, Ethereum, or stablecoins. With it, You are your own bank. But with that freedom comes full responsibility. Choosing the right wallet and using it properly is what separates those who succeed in crypto from those who end up as cautionary tales. The good news is that you now understand the essentials. You know the difference between hot and cold wallets, the importance of seed phrases, and the unique features of wallets for coins like XRP, Stellar, BNB, and TRON. You also know the risks of stablecoins and the mistakes that beginners most often make. The truth is that crypto can feel intimidating, but knowledge is your best defense. Wallets give you full control over your future, but also no second chances if you slip up. That is why experts repeat the mantra, not your keys, not your coins. Make sure you always control the keys, and you will always control your assets. Remember, one decision about your wallet can protect years of hard work and investment, or it can destroy it in seconds. The choice is yours. And now you have the knowledge to make it wisely. With that, we've reached the end of today's lesson on wallets. But your crypto education journey is just beginning. And just like that, we've reached the end of today's video. You now understand why wallets are the foundation of crypto ownership and how choosing the right one can protect or destroy your portfolio. If you want to keep learning, check out one of the 2 videos that just popped up on your screen. They'll take your knowledge to the next level. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a comment to support Bitcoin Academy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.